baby, jumping right into the video. Of course, I love to get into the packaging. Today's video is in collaboration with Julia Hair. This orange box is cool or whatever. Okay, not too many complaints. It did already come with a satin bag, which I will more than likely use to just store the unit and get rid of the box. It wasn't too much to hold on to. So of course, you are going to get a few goodies in the box. You are going to get some wig caps. You are going to get an elastic band that just says Julia Hair. And then of course, they do actually have a little bundle of more goodies. So there's more wig combs, wig caps, there's some lashes in here, there's an edge brush, y'all, all the things that you need for a glueless install. And so of course, for the wig, I'm actually going to be reviewing their water wave wig, which is 22 inches, 150% density. You get a 6 by 4.75 pre-cut lace, which means you do not have to cut that lace off, baby. All right. And of course, I'm going to be styling this pretty much in that like wet and wavy vacation beach little look. So let's get right into it. Now, of course, you guys can see that the knots on this did not come pre-bleach, which is okay. If you guys need a video to see exactly how to fully bleach the knots, I do have a very detailed video on that, but you guys can see here I'm just taking a little bit, well, I've already pre-mixed it, but it's my BW2 powder along with some Salon Care 30 volume developer. This is like the liquid one. And of course, I got the mixture to be really thick and just lather that baby up on there. Don't make it too complicated. I allow that to sit for about 25 minutes, rinse it out, and put it on my mannequin head. Now, of course, you have little Sally back here in the background. Miss Water Wave, cone head over here. Y'all already know I do have braids under here, so I'm just gonna slip the cap off. Why am I this way? Anyway, I have a wig cap here, so of course I'm just gonna show you how to prep your hair. Really, when I tell y'all this is so simple, I love doing the start to finish videos because y'all know I'm not making this up. All right, so this is also gonna be a get ready with me, low key, high key, somewhere in between. I love that they have created these newer wig caps that are a lot thinner. So if you are somebody that wants to like fully, you know, put your wig cap on and really get this baby melted, you could absolutely do this. It mimics like that stocking cap, so you guys can stop doing the stocking caps and just get your wig cap that mimics a stocking cap. You guys can see how transparent it is. Oh, let me pull this down. One step that I already forgot is to lay down my edges because you want these to be out of the way. They're looking a little kinky curly. Not the kinky edge wig in real life. Not the kinky edges in real life. I'm dead. So anyway, I have some edge booster, edge control, nothing too crazy. You can use whatever you feel. And I have my mirror probably about 2 feet away, camera 2 feet away. So y'all, I'm doing this off the strength of like pure talent at this point, because like, who are we kidding? I can't see. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and pretty much use the edge control to smooth back my hair. It's not gonna like make or break the install, but just to kind of get everything out of the way. And because it's glueless, you don't really have to worry about your edges like breaking off or doing anything weird anyway, because we're not gonna be using any gel, no spray, no glue, no gel, no spray, no glue. Anyway, all right, so I have my hair fully smoothed back, and then I'm just gonna literally lay the wig cap directly in front of it. Now you can make sure that it's flat. You don't want this to be like rolled up, because the idea is for this to be as flat and smooth as possible. Now, because this is a closure, I actually have been considering doing a side part, because I'm like, should I do a middle part? But I don't think this is for this video since it's a water wave. Do we really want a water wave side part? Probably not. Alright, so from here, y'all know one thing that I love to use is my True Scalp tape. If you guys need to see more details on it, go through the playlist. Y'all, I have so many wig videos, it's ridiculous. So I'm just cutting that out. Of course, obviously, you don't really need it to be this long. I typically just cut it into like a round shape. And this is just to further like enhance the look of bleach knots. Y'all know when you bleach the knots on a wig, it always gives that more scalp like look, but who are we kidding? A wig is still a wig no matter how much we try to mimic a natural scalp. When you see it in real life, we're gonna know it's a wig, but just make sure that when you wear the wig, it looks immaculate, okay? That's all I ask for, you know? Not asking for much. So I'm here to show you how to do it. Now this shape is not actually perfect, so let me go ahead and just curve it. All right, all good. So we have this here, and then I'm literally just gonna go ahead and plop this baby on my head. Boom. And I like to put it a little bit in front of the cap just to hide the actual cap. I know I'm going to be wearing a middle part, so I'm just literally sitting it in the space of my middle part. I feel like that's kind of off center part. I have a bad habit of doing that, but don't worry. It's going to work out just fine in my Mary J voice. All right, now I know I want the hair to pretty much sit about here. Okay, we're gonna get rid of about 1 inch of forehead today. In Jesus' name, amen. Let me show you what the bleach knots look like. So as you guys can see, here is a quick look at the bleach knots. Everything is looking nice, fading into my hand, which ultimately will do that on the forehead and along the true scalp tape. The true scalp tape is just gonna take it to another level. So I will show you guys that up close in just a second. I did go ahead and pre-cut a few baby hairs as well. Now that it has kind of air dried, you guys can see it's a true water wave. Water wave to me is like an extremely loose, deep wave. So it's going to give more of that wet and wavy kind of look. Perfect hair to use if you're going to be doing boho braids. Who are we kidding? Reuse your wigs for boho braids. Why not? I'll be doing it. So the actual cap is breathable. You don't have to do any adjusting. The only thing you're going to want to adjust is the actual wig band, which is going to really ensure that this is super glueless. So I like to keep it kind of tight. I have a big face, but not a lot of head. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just tuck my head in. Well, I should probably put this on first. Tuck that comb underneath my braid. It already feels so snug. This is the look. Pose. All right, so let me go ahead and pull this back. Y'all can see how snug this is. Like, it's not going anywhere. Ooh, ooh. Come on now, Beyonce. What would Beyonce do? Look at that. Now, the one thing that I will say, when you wear a wig, I always feel like you have to have some type of a fresh face. I'm not saying you got to be caked up, but you definitely need to mimic the extra. If you're going to do the extra, go ahead and complete the look, baby. At least do a lash, do a little light powder on the face. So all that I'm going to do is, number one, I will be refreshing the curls just because I need them to go in the direction that I want them to go in. I'm going to go ahead and do some makeup. And yeah, let's set the baby hair. So now that I have it in the exact spot that I want, so let me, all right, it's about time for a wax. So let's not focus on this hair. We're focusing on this hair, okay? Mind your business, just mind your business. All right, so let me go ahead and pull this back. Just mind your business. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the hair back. You guys can already see how flat this is. Like, this low key is a look within itself. So you do have an option of not doing the baby hair. I'm going to do the baby hair just because with glueless units, especially a water wave, y'all, curly girls have baby hair. It is what it is. So let's complete the look. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take some Cream of Nature Argan Oil Mousse. You guessed it, y'all already know this is one of my favorite products. Let's get it out. Put it across the hairline, and it's better to do this with no makeup so it's not like everywhere. I'm gonna even put it in the front because I am going to be tying this down while I do my makeup. So let me go ahead and just smooth this back. I don't really need it across the tops, but I'm just gonna use it a little bit. It pretty much laid down really well. But, all right, we'll just put it there. Y'all, I got a little sore right here. I should put the wig in front of it from picking in my skin. Like, ugh, I'm so annoyed at myself. I gotta stop doing that. Anyway, okay, so now that I already pre-cut the baby hair, I'm just gonna comb them out. You see how it's touching the eyebrows? Not the wave. So I'm gonna go ahead and just shape them to go in the direction that I want. And the more you curve it, it's literally gonna dry in a way as if you curled the baby hair. So try not to keep it looking too straight. Like, you don't need hot tools. Now I'm noticing this one little part kind of lifting up. I'm gonna see if I can kind of like tighten the cap even more. So another thing that I'm gonna do is take a little bit of like powdered foundation. Well, actually, I'm taking some concealer that's almost the color of my skin. Doesn't matter what you use, on like a small little brush, and I'm gonna dab it out to where it's not like liquid and creamy. I'm actually just using a NARS concealer, and I'm just literally gonna tap it right along the cap. Not too much in the hair, but just right along the cap, like the edges of the lace. That's enough. Little goes a long way. Then I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with the mousse one more time, just along those same edges. Get all the rest of the hair out of the way. Hit it with the mousse, and then I'm just gonna use the elastic band to tie it down. And you want it to be pretty tight so that you can, you know, get the most out of it. And just pull out any of the hairs that are like directly in front of that lace or directly behind the lace. So you really just want to make sure that this is really holding down the edges of the lace. You don't want to smush the actual hair, because then it'll get this weird little dent. Now it's like, what are we doing? All right, so once you kind of pull this down, make sure that everything is covered, everything is still laying down the way you want it to. You are good to go. Now we can focus on makeup. This is low-key kind of cute. So for makeup, really quick, I like to do like a 5-minute face. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy, too extensive, simply because this video is not about makeup, it's about hair. If you guys want a more detailed video on how I fully start to finish do my makeup, let me know down in the comment section below. So of course I will be able to, like, you know, give the girls what they need. I'm telling you, quick 5-minute, get you out the door. Go to 10-minute phase. If you want to know about it, let me know down below. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take the hair out. Ugh, if I can. The power of makeup, baby. Okay, I mean, I think I'm pretty without it, but like, who are we kidding? Now when it comes to this texture hair, I'm usually not the type to be like, let's chop it up, let's do the most. So I'm really debating on, like, do I want to add some layers to it? I know one thing that I will do is trim the front a little bit, just to give me like a little bit more of a face frame. Like, every style needs at least a face frame, especially when you're working with like really long hair. And y'all, I got a lot of face, so we got to make sure we're not just getting like Morticia, you know? So a lot of times when I decide that I want to add some face framing layers, I will go in and just do this with like a razor comb, but I'm going to do it with scissors just because I want this to be a little bit more precise. So I'm just going to start from about my neckline, just because it's a little more curly or wavy, and drag it down. And I'm not going to take off any more than that. Literally just enough to frame the face. That's it. That's all. Alright, and then all that I'm going to do from here is, I don't really need to like drench this, but I definitely need to lay this down. So I said that I wasn't going to use any heat. I lied. I'm actually going to use a little heat just to kind of lay this down a little bit more. And then of course, wet this baby up, add some mousse, and we will be good. So I don't want to like apply a bunch of products, so I'm not going to go in with like a wax stick or anything. The hair on its own, I mean, it's a hot tool, so it should just kind of get it straight. I don't want this to be overly straight. I just want to be able to define the part a little bit better, and that's pretty much it. So I'm just gonna find the middle part. There we go. Just needed it to be a little bit more precise. And I'm not gonna drag this out. I'm only gonna hit it at the base. All right, boom, hit the tops. And then all that we're gonna do from here is add some mousse. I shouldn't have to do too much because the hair was pretty, like, I mean, it's a water wave, so we're not going for anything that's like super like overly defined. It is gonna be more of that like wet and wavy look, so hit it with some mousse. And you'll see how the curls will just like pop right back out. See? It'll be helpful to have like a spray bottle so you can lightly spray it with water. You don't have to drench it. I am actually gonna use the diffuser, but just a little bit to kind of pop the curls out at the top. And then for the area that you hit with the hot comb, avoid that area with mousse, like, because what it's gonna do is cause it to revert back into that like super water wave at the base. We just want that water wave to start right after about that 1st inch line. Put some on the front. Now you can go through with a paddle brush, completely optional. I don't feel like it's something that's like critical because the water wave will wave upon itself. It's not like you need to clump the curls or anything, but if you want to, you can. You guys can see. It's gonna be more of that natural, true, I don't know how else to describe it. Just a real wet and wavy. Y'all remember that old school Milky Way, wet and wavy? That's the vibes it's giving. And if you want to connect the layers, you should. I'm just going to do that right here. Now the density to me is on the lighter side, so it is 150% density, which obviously is not as high as like 200. So if you're looking for something a lot thicker, fuller, you definitely want to check their site for like a thicker unit. I'm not sure if they have the option for like a higher density, but if they do, that'll be something you'll for sure want to click. Ideally, we want it to just kind of look like this. Nice, flowy, still be able to put on a cute little bucket hat. That's what I'm going for. I'm gonna connect these layers also. It's given very much before. After. Let me just wet this down a little bit. And it really didn't even need this much water, just being real. My pump is giving out. All right. But you see what I mean? You can literally just smooth the hair. You don't necessarily need a paddle brush. This is just, I feel like this is just a testament to how like carefree, easy to manage this hair truly is. Cute. All right, so I'm gonna hit this with the diffuser and we should be good to go. I feel like by now everybody pretty much knows my favorite blow dryer. Favorite blow dryer these days, the Pattern Beauty blow dryer. Get straight to the point. It's definitely gonna get this dry in about 5 minutes. So I also wanted to add, if you're one of those girls that prefer this to be like more on this super natural side, closest to what it looked like straight off the mannequin, avoid using the mousse. Just wet your hair down. Still use a diffuser to clump the curls, but as the day goes on, just know not having that product or mousse, it is going to give it more of that frizzy, natural, free-flowing effect. So just keep that in mind. You already know, okay? I feel like my expression starts to change once y'all know. Y'all get the vibes, okay? Water wave is giving what it needs to give. This is giving like fresh out the ocean. Anyway, you guys can see what the texture truly looks like. Natural. Let me see. It looks really good, and the fact that I put that mousse in there, it kind of added like a sheen so that it looks wet but it's dry. As of right now, I think the hair is probably about 80% dry. I'm not gonna worry about it because I don't mind a little bit of frizz just to give me a little bit more volume, so I'm gonna allow it to air dry the rest of the way. But let me just show you a close-up on the part and also the curls. You also want to keep in mind, the longer you wear the band, you are putting yourself at risk for having the band across your forehead. So I'm pretty sure I'm there because my ears are starting to hurt. So let me just take this off. Ooh. Yes. I want to show you this up close so that you have a realistic idea of what the mousse does, how it looks in real time. So here's just a close-up look of how the hair looks fresh out of the wig band. You guys know I applied the mousse. The cap was a bit lifted and a little bit discolored. So of course, because it wasn't tinted, I did go ahead and apply a little bit of concealer, which was closest to my shade. You can use a foundation just to hit along the edges of the wig. And then of course, y'all know I tied it down, removed it, and this is what we have. And of course, for the baby hairs, for those of you that like what the baby hair looks like, you can stop here. If you feel like you want to go back through and curl them even tighter, you can. It just helps everything lay even better. And keep in mind, this is glueless. Now, me personally, I'm gonna stop here. I don't feel the need to do the most with the baby hair. I mean, I could definitely, like, let me cut off a little bit right here. But like, yeah, you don't have to overkill. Unless you just absolutely feel the need to like spray this down with like some type of hairspray. Y'all know typically I would use like the Pump It Up. I don't feel the need to do that. The wig is completely secure. You guys can see it's not going anywhere. Obviously, if I do the most, yes, the wig is gonna come off. But if you're looking for something to just throw on, go, give you the fresh out of the door, like, come on now. This is giving the vibes, and y'all know it. The hair feels like the perfect density. I wouldn't want this to be any thicker because then of course you have to deal with the thick closure too. Like, nobody wants a thick closure. Nobody. I don't know who needs to hear this, but like, nobody wants a thick closure. So yes, I love the way that the hair is just naturally laying down. It has a nice sheen. The hair is soft. It's not tangling. Obviously right now it's not. The unit is actually priced really well. If you guys did not know, I do have a rubric that's gonna go over the price, the quality, the style, how custom it is, and of course the packaging. All of like my final thoughts will be listed down in my description box below. Thank you so much, Julia Hair, for sending me this. I'm gonna show you the length on me. Of course, it's a 22 inch. All that I did was add a few face framing layers. That's it. That's all. Let me show you after I tuck in my shorts. Let's get the belly in, okay? So not too bad. I mean, it looks pretty good. I know a lot of you girls like those 35-inch weaves, but I'm only 5'2", so like, I can't do kneecap weave, okay? 22 inches is usually perfect. For this particular like texture, I'm not gonna lie, I would not have been mad if this was a 26-inch, because if I wear this on vacation, it's doing what I need to do. Now, obviously, the only thing that I would change about this, I'm saying obviously, it's really nothing obvious outside of the lace. If the lace was tinted, take it up a notch. If the lace was pre-tinted or pre-bleached, that's it. I didn't have to pre-pluck it or anything like that, so I'm grateful for that. So y'all know, check out the description box for all the details. Of course, if there are any coupon codes, they will be listed there as well. Y'all, the hair is almost dry. It looks like it's damp. It's giving chilly. Except it's hot. Okay, this is cute. The song that I'm hearing right now is all around the world. Some girls all around the world. I see your perfume. Dun, 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 dun. And keep in mind, this is Glueless. Y'all know I always got to do the and if it's Glueless, y'all know what that means. We can get back to Chrissy real quick. All right, but let's settle down. Settle down. So of course, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave any comments or questions down below. You guys know I love you guys so much. Stay pretty, and I will see you in my very next video. Bye, babies.